Welcome back to Future Wheelz, where passion meets precision, and the cars of tomorrow are brought to you today. Today's spotlight is one of the most anticipated evolutions of an icon, a machine that redefines not only performance but also what it means to be a living legend. This is the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S. If you've ever wondered what happens when heritage collides with relentless innovation, you're about to find out. So buckle in, because we're going on a deep journey inside, outside, on the road, through history, and into the future of one of the greatest sports cars ever built. At first glance, the 2026 Turbo S feels familiar, yet sharper. Porsche has always believed in evolution over revolution, but every curve here tells a story of subtle reinvention. Walking up to the car, the proportions are instantly 911A low, wide, purposeful, but the details reveal how far Porsche has pushed refinement. The headlights, with their 4-point LED signature, are slimmer, casting a piercing stare that feels alive. The hood has been subtly resculpted with cleaner lines, guiding airflow not only over the roof but also channeling it into the engine bay and brakes. The front fascia houses gaping intakes, carefully sculpted to both cool and stabilize. At a glance, you might just see aggression. Look closer, and you see an aerodynamic symphony. Slide along the side profile, and the artistry becomes clearer. The stance is wider than before. The arch is muscular and unapologetic. New 21-inch forged alloys hug Michelin Pilot Sport rubber, designed specifically for the Turbo S to balance grip with road comfort. The brake calipers peek out in bright yellow, clamping down on carbon ceramic discs larger than some commuter car wheels. The mirrors sit on aerodynamic arms, engineered to reduce drag while adding character. Even the door handles retract flush, preserving the clean flow of body lines when the car is in motion. Every element on the side whispers speed, but in the understated Porsche tone that never shouts, it simply asserts. Then you circle to the rear, and the performance promise becomes undeniable. The Turbo S's rear end is its calling card. A full-width LED light strip slices across the back, seamlessly integrated with the Porsche badge. Below it sits the active rear wing, larger and more capable than ever, adapting not only to speed but also to cornering load, braking, and driver preference. Underneath, the quad exhaust tips glisten with titanium sheen, ready to sing the unmistakable Flat 6 soundtrack. The diffuser is no longer just aesthetic, it's functional, drawing air and creating real downforce. The entire rear looks like a machine engineered for the Autobahn, where 200 miles per hour isn't a fantasy but a casual reality. Open the door and step inside, and you're greeted with a cockpit that feels both timeless and futuristic. The seating position is low, snug, and confidence-inspiring. Porsche has wrapped the Turbo S in a blend of leather, Alcantara, and exposed carbon fiber. The stitching is hand-done, precise, and available in contrast colors that add flair without gaudiness. The dashboard is dominated by a curved digital display that keeps Porsche's 5-dial heritage intact. A tachometer front and center, flanked by customizable screens showing everything from navigation to lap times. The steering wheel is thick and multifunctional, but unlike so many cars weighed down with buttons, every control feels essential. Flip the drive mode dial on the wheel and the character of the car changes instantly. The center console houses a wide touchscreen with one of the most intuitive interfaces in the industry. Response times are near instant. The graphics razor sharp. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, alongside Porsche's own connected services that let you plan routes, check charging networks for plug-in hybrids, or even monitor performance data in real time. Below, the haptic controls for climate and driving modes are subtle but precise, every input designed to feel mechanical, not digital, reinforcing the bond between driver and machine. As for space, the Turbo S is as you'd expect, cozy but not cramped. The rear seats exist, but they're more for kids or overnight bags than adults on a long trip. That said, Porsche owners know that utility isn't the point. The front trunk adds just enough storage for weekend escapes, striking the balance between practicality and performance. Under the hood, but let's talk about what really matters. You press the starter, and the heart of the Turbo S comes to life. A 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged Flat 6, evolved yet again for 2026, now pushing out a staggering 670 horsepower and 620 pound-feet of torque. Power delivery is immediate, relentless, intoxicating. From a standstill, this car rockets from 0 to 60 in a jaw-dropping 2.4 seconds, thanks to the lightning-fast PDK dual-clutch transmission and Porsche's legendary all-wheel drive system. Keep your foot down, and you'll see 205 miles per hour without breaking a sweat. It's not just the numbers that impress, though. It's how the Turbo S delivers them. Unlike some hypercars that feel like wild animals straining to escape, the Turbo S is composed, controlled, and confidence-inspiring. Launch control pins you to the seat, but steering remains precise. Adaptive suspension soaks up imperfections yet hardens instantly when the car senses spirited driving. Rear axle steering sharpens turn-in, making the car feel smaller than it is, while active aerodynamics glue it to the tarmac at insane speeds. The brakes, massive and fade-free, give you confidence to push harder, knowing the car will always stop as fiercely as it goes. Take it on a winding mountain road, and the experience borders on surreal. The Turbo S dances through corners, rotating gracefully yet gripping ferociously. The steering feedback tells you exactly what the front tires are doing, letting you place the car with millimeter precision. The balance is extraordinary, the kind of harmony only Porsche seems to achieve, where the car feels like an extension of your body rather than a separate machine. Push it harder, and it rewards you with stability that borders on supernatural. Dial it back, and it settles into a refined, comfortable cruiser. That duality of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is what makes the Turbo S so special. On the open highway, it becomes a grand tourer, quiet, composed, and surprisingly efficient for what it is. Noise insulation has been improved, ride quality softened when you want it, and adaptive cruise with lane guidance makes long journeys effortless. Yet the moment you squeeze the throttle, all civility fades into an adrenaline rush. This dual nature is what separates the Turbo S from its rivals. Yes, Ferrari and McLaren build incredible cars, but few can switch from track weapon to daily driver as seamlessly as this. Of course, excellence comes at a price. The 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S starts at around $233,000. But as every Porsche enthusiast knows, the options list is where things escalate. Want carbon ceramic brakes, lightweight carbon roof, and the hatch package with its track-focused touches? You could be looking at well over $300,000. But the reality is, for those in this market, the price isn't just for speed, it's for prestige, engineering, craftsmanship, and the unmatched Porsche experience. And in that sense, the Turbo S is still a bargain compared to seven-figure hypercars offering similar thrills. So, where does this leave us? The 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S isn't just another sports car. It's a statement of intent, proof that Porsche can honor its history while still pushing boundaries. It's about refinement, power, beauty, and balance, everything you'd expect, and yet, somehow, still surprising. This car is a reminder that the 911 formula remains timeless, no matter how the world changes around it. And that brings us to the close of today's deep dive. Thank you for joining Future Wheels for this immersive journey into the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S. If you enjoyed riding along, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss the future of cars we bring to you every week. Share your thoughts in the comments. So would you choose the Turbo S as your ultimate daily supercar, or would you go for one of its rivals? Until next time, stay passionate, keep dreaming, and remember the future is already here, and it's on 4 wheels.